Hello everybody, welcome back to Midlife Gaming. And I've got a little bit of a different game today. This is a new game that's a demo currently on Steam, part of the Next Fest season, so it's free to download. It's an interesting little game. It's a factory space kind of exploration builder kind of game, like I guess you could call it Satisfactory in space or something along those lines. Not quite like Satisfactory, not like Factorio. Let's get into it and have a look. So I have played a little bit, but we will start a new game. So currently we've got one mission that we can activate, which is the asteroid belt. There is a map, you can look at all the other areas. We'll look at that in a second. But this is where we start. So we'll get on the basics. We'll just do the generic session on here. We'll just call this, let's just call it Let's Play. Yay. And we'll start the game to see what happens. So it's got a little story to it. I don't tend to get too much into the story of these things myself, but it will tell us a little bit about it to start off with. We get a tutorial and we start off with our hub. This is our hub. Yay, that's our hub. And in our hub, we've got this little ball. Yep, thanks very much for that. We're not too interested in that. This little ball follows around on our cursor. So essentially it's our mouse, I guess you could call it. So we'll just go through the tutorial quickly. It's just saying that we can rotate, right mouse button, rotate up and down. So it's quite good. We can go pretty much horizontal if we want and underneath. So we can pretty much see from any angle we like. So I prefer that sort of angle. We'll zoom in and out. So we can zoom out quite far. And we can obviously zoom in quite far. So we can see quite a lot of detail on our station. It's quite interesting. So you can see these little things here, little airlocks. We'll connect stuff to those later and we'll see a bit more detail on them as we do that. Pan the camera, middle mouse button, yep, we can do all of that. It's all good. And WAS and D as well as pretty much standard for all these games in this day and age. Now we need to test the drone's defenses. So this little dude here is our drone. It looks a little bit like I guess what's that film with Tom Cruise with the drones? We have to go out and fix the drones. I forget the name of it now. It's got Morgan Freeman in it. Great little film. It's very interesting. Right, so he's telling us we have to go out here and start destroying these little dudes here. So what we need to do is we go out and press E, and that turns our drone into a super killing machine. And as you can see, he's got little guns on him. So we'll get in here and we'll just shoot these guys first. There you go. So we have a heat meter. It's a little blue bar around our ship. That's like a heat or energy or whatever you want to call it, and that has a cooldown effect if it gets to the top. Right mouse button cancels back out of there again, so you can just carry on. He does still fly in that mode, but he's a little slower, so he's not as quick. Let's just shoot this guy as well. There we go. These don't tend to drop anything, these drones, but some of the other ships later, the enemies we'll get onto, they do drop some things sometimes, so there's stuff to collect and pick up. And that's sometimes raw materials, sometimes it's valuable stuff, sometimes there's other things to collect as well. There's little mysteries out there in the cosmos. So it's talking about transferring stuff. That's fairly easy. Basically, we can click on the hub, and this is the hub storage down here. This is what's inside the hub, and this is what's in our little drone bot. There's nothing currently in there. So what we can do is we can click on that and that and that, and we can take those in our own inventory. These now belong to us. Yep. Okay, that's fine. Basically, it's telling us that we can build stuff now, which is what we're going to do. So right mouse button clears that little menu off there. Took me a little while to figure that out. Not escape, it's the right mouse button. So yeah, there you go. So hit escape, doesn't do that. It takes you to there. Right mouse button clears your screen. Nice and easy. So it wants us to build an atomizer and a smelter. So atomizers are down here. So press Q to build, or you can click over it. And then you've got different build screens here. So we've got connectors, storage units, resource capturers, smelters, and then we've got power stations. So obviously space, solar power, nothing spectacularly different there. So the basics for all space games. Okay, so we'll start off. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to build the atomizer straight on the station like it's telling me to. I'm going to build a connector, and this will become apparent later as to why, because these are like little tubes between the little factories and the little bits that you use in your ship. I think we can pan that up and down a little bit, but there you go. Right, we're there for the moment. So now we can then put this atomizer on here at the end. So we'll put it there. I guess it's like, you could call it like a forge. Let's call it a space forge for now. That's the name for it now. It's a space forge. Right. So then it wants us to build smelters. Now smelters obviously take the raw materials and turn them into other things. So we're going to do the same over this side. If I've got enough of these, we should have enough there. And then we'll put a smelter on the end of here. So I think you can rotate these somehow. Middle mouse button, there you go. So you can have them different angles. So we'll put it there. It looks like an engine. Looks like a car engine. And there we go. And the drone builds that. Now, one thing I want to find out is... Yes, I know about that bit. We'll get to that in a second. One thing I want to find out is the drone can actually disassemble this stuff. So if we're in the wrong place, we can rebuild it somewhere else. So to build one of these, it takes 10 and 2. Do we get that back if we destroy it? So tab opens up our inventory for our drone. So 81, 47 and 10. So let's see, does this give us anything back? $91, 49 and 10. Yeah, I think we've got all our resources back. That's fine, so that's good. We can disable those or disassemble those, and we can build them again later if we need to. So there might be a point later where we want to take some of these apart and reposition them in different places, just for sometimes efficiency, sometimes for aesthetics. Okay, right. Now it's telling us to connect these modules together. So what happens is the resources we put into here will then be called upon by this when we select a recipe for it. And this will say, I need X amount of this. This will then send it over. But we have to connect the two together first. So we have to go there to there. And then this has to have a output connection to where we want to store it. So we'll store it in the hub. So what happens is anything that's in here goes straight to there, and anything from here gets made and put in the hub, and then other stuff from the hub gets taken out as we need it. Okay, so tell us about atomizing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cheekily change this because we want to disconnect this and we want to connect it to there instead. The reason being is we want all our resources to go into here, and then from here they get dragged out to the other ones of these we'll build later, and then everything gets put back into there. So we don't want it connecting to that. Ideally, we want it connected straight to there. That'll become apparent as to why later, because when I played it before, I thought it made more sense to have this as central storage. But that's just me, because I'm a bit quirky like that. I like to be neat and tidy. Okay, right, so drag a titanium asteroid into the atomizer. So this little drone does more than shoot stuff. These little rocks over here, we click on this and then hold down the shift key. We can grab more. So it's got a little bar around it. That's its weight that it's pulling at the moment. So some of these are way more than others. Yeah, so we can just about carry 4 of those. And as we drag them over, that opens up, very ominously, and then we right click and throw them in there. And what that's now doing is it's taking these materials and it's turned them into other stuff. Or essentially it's melting them, smelting them down. Okay, so we have recipes in the smelters. So what it's doing there, if you look in there now, it's turning all that into other stuff. Yeah, look, those little tubes, it's going through all the there. And then what it's doing is putting it in here. Now we've got titanium ore, silica and carbon ore. It's just making those into the raw materials that we need. So we could turn it into storage, or we could put storage units here if we wanted to, and store each resource in each one. And then these can call from the storages of what they need. We won't do that for now. This is our storage. So what this does, this here, we have to select a recipe. So click on there, select a recipe, and we want to build titanium. This is our basic building blocks for everything. We're going to need lots of this. So we'll just do that. There we go. So now that is building the titanium ore. Inputs are there for titanium ore, and the output is here, which is the bars. And every time it creates one bar, it spits it back out and goes back into the hub. Fantastic. Nice and easy. Very simple. Okay, so what else do we need? We need gold and we need carbon to make the next level. So this gives us a little objective that we need to achieve. So 100 titanium, 50 carbon and 25 gold. So that means we now need to build more of these, which is fine. We can build those all next to each other. So we'll grab 2 more of those. And what we can do, we can actually pop them on here rather than, you can chain them up, but I'm going to keep them separate because then we can see them. I'll put Put them there like that. And then we can chain more of these together if we need to. So if we want more titanium, we could put another one there, another one there, another one there, and daisy chain them basically. It makes it easier. So this one here, we want this one to make carbon. So we'll click on that one. And then we want this one to make gold. Right. So it needs carbon, but it hasn't got any connection. So we go to there. As all the carbon's being spat into this, we'll go to there. That'll now start sending carbon. There you go, look at that. Fantastic. And then we want this to go back into there as an output. And its carbon comes out. So there you go, look. Carbon going in, carbon going out. And then we'll do the same with this one. So we want to go connect. This one connects to here, and then this one connects back to here. And now what we should see is gold. Oh, we haven't got any gold. That's why we haven't got any gold. Let's go and grab some gold. Right, see that little asteroid there with the gold on it? Guess what that's got in it? We'll grab that one as well. And can we grab this one? No, we're too heavy for that one. So we'll drag that over there. Throw those in. Excellent. That will start throwing that all through there. And we should start seeing some gold come out of here now. Going into this one. Yeah, there we go. Look, just looks slightly different colour to the rest. See the gold dots on it. And then this one. There you go. Taking the gold ore and spitting out gold. Perfect. The beauty of that is now this fills up here and we've got all the resources we need to start building other things. So we'll let it do what it's doing. That'll go through and put these in. We'll grab a couple more rocks while it's doing that. Let's grab some of these bigger ones. Throw more of these in. You can't have enough of these rocks. You'll get to a point later where these start to run out. But we've got a way to sort that out. We've got a fix for that. There we go. Right. That's churning up tons of rocks at the moment. Got a steady supply going in there. That'll keep all these filled up nice and busy. These will just keep producing forever. I think you can set a limit on how many they make, but we just want them all running like that at the moment. Okay. So we've actually done our objective almost. One more titanium and then we're complete. Ah, hang on. Connect the atomizer to the new smelters. Yeah, we've already done that. Okay, right, it's just going to be a bit awkward. I'm making us connect manually to there. Okay, right, let's do this to here, this to here. There you go, that's satisfied the requirements there at least. Okay, now we need some power. So what we'll do, we'll put some of these connectors on here and we'll put the power up this way. Oh, let's connect that there. There we go. So they're relatively cheap to build, they're quite handy. So what I intend to do, what I'm aiming to do is actually just build these connectors out from the station, so it gives us a bit more space in the middle, and eventually we'll have a square of these connectors around, and then the resources can go around in a big square rather than go through the center, up and then across and then down. It's just easier if they go around potentially. It does get a little irritating sometimes with that drone following our cursor around, but that's not to worry. Okay, so we need a solar generator, so let's go and build. And the power. Solar generator needs basic frames and gold. We've got enough there of each. We'll pop one there, and can we do another one there as well? Yes, we can. Okay. So, when you hover over these, click the left mouse button, you have to drag them around to get the best alignment, to get the best solar connection. So, if we turn it around, you just have to wiggle your mouse around, really. So that's 100%. This one is not quite 100%. And then you have to keep coming back and doing this because obviously the sun moves. That's close enough. And the power gets lower as the sun's moved around. Now you can see they've changed orientation now. And then we come back to them later when it tells us they're running out again. So we just keep updating them and moving them. That's not a problem. I don't know if there's other options later for different power supplies. I assume there will be. Okay, what else is there to do? Right, map. There's the map. That's our map. Fairly large. That's just on this piece of it here. As you can see, there's loads of little asteroids, little rocks that we can collect, and as we go along further there'll be other stuff to see on there as well. Oh, and also, yeah, if we look at this, we can look at the whole system. Look at that, isn't that nice? It's beautiful. This is where we are now, and these, I assume, are the other levels that we haven't got unlocked yet. Does look nice, does look good. There we go, says us again. Right, that's the map. Codex was the C key, that tells us what's what. Tells what things make what and how we get them. That's all good. The sensor view by holding the / key. So this little drone, it's got a sensor on it. So there you go, look. I don't know what any of these dots mean. Red I assume is enemies. The grey I assume is rocks. Don't know. And then station overview by holding left control. So that tells us what's going on to their powers there, what they're building, and all the little connections between them, etc. So that's good. Okay. So this is telling us now to do a storage. Okay, continue feeding asteroids into the atomizer. Place all required items in your hub to satisfy the requirements. Complete the objectives by hitting the complete button. So we've done our objectives up here. There we go. We're all good there. So we click complete. And there we go. Fantastic. Now we've unlocked some new things. New toys to play with. And some new parts that we can build. And this is being used to build our station. Okay, yeah, we go. Yep. Thank you very much. Right. Let's go and grab a couple more asteroids because we're running a little low there. So we'll go and find a few more of these and throw these in. Ah, yeah. So also over here, these purple areas, they are nebula and they damage your ship. And also I've just seen there's a pirate over there. We'll go and get rid of him in a minute. We'll grab a few more of these rocks first. Just want to... Oh, no, he's coming in anyway. We don't have a choice. Okay, we press E. Get our guns out. These ships are a little slow and a little bit poxy, but they're easily avoided. So we'll just go around and we'll just shoot at him. And there you go. Thank you very much. And that's the end of your day for you, son. Hopefully you didn't have any friends with him. So yeah, they're fairly easy to destroy. They're just base level, what they call like drones, basic level enemies. There are some other ones later that are a little more harder to kill, a little more complicated, but we'll get to those. Also, there are turrets on asteroids that we can fight for resources that are on them. Because there are other resources we can get that are more sort of permanent resources. So we get little areas where we can actually exploit further. Oh, another enemy there. Right, let's just get him out of the way. Let's go throw these back in here. These guys will attack our station, so we need to be careful. Right, let's zoom in on this guy. See what he's doing. Okay, yeah, just stop shooting us for the moment. So you have to be careful with your guns, because if they do overheat, then you're kind of defenseless for a couple of seconds until they cool down again. So you have to do, you know, short control bursts is the words of the day. You have to just watch out what's going on with those. Right, okay, we've got a fair amount in there. That seems to be going quite well. It's got a big old inventory there still, which is nice. And we've got a fairly good amount of stuff in there, which is good as well. Right, so now it wants us to build hull plating, basic frames, composite, and fibre optics. So we've got 4 things we need to build there. Hull plating, I believe, is made just from titanium. These are made from titanium as well. Composite is carbon, and fibre optics is made from silica. So, to do these, we need to build matter printers. Now we're going to build these in the same way we've built these, except what we're going to do is we're going to build this out here. And I'm going to build this out a little further, because we're going to want a couple of these. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put one of those there, and one here. I don't think we're going to have to build 4. No, we're not going to. So we're going to have to build one that does hull plating first of all, because we need that. So we'll do hull plating. And we'll turn this one into basic frames as well. So you can see this takes 4 titanium, and the hull plating takes 3 titanium. So we're quite titanium dependent on just these 2 machines, which is fine. That's not a problem. But what we need to do is connect them. So we're going to connect them here like this, and then connect them back to there like that. And we're going to connect this one to here, and this one to there. There you go. That's all the titanium now coming in. And theoretically that should separate off into both directions now. There you go. And that will fill both machines. And then they'll spit their goods back out when they need to go. There you go. Look at that. And that's building hull plating and basic frames. When they go back into this hub, that should update the numbers here. There you go. Excellent. And now we need 2 more of these. One to build fibre optics and one to build the composite. So now they've built more of those, we should be able to replicate those and build more. They're actually self-building, I guess you could call them, because they're building the components we need to build more of. Okay, let's see. Can we build another 2 of these? There's one. Right, we can't afford that one yet, so let's put this one onto making the composite, which is this one. And we need to connect it, don't we, as well? So we'll connect this to here to get the carbon, and then the output from there to there. And there you go, that's the carbon coming down now as well. Brilliant. As you can see, that's all going through nicely. Nice little trail going through there. Love it. Very pretty. I like the way the detail on these little stations is. They're all building stuff like that. And I think each one's building a different looking component. Yes, they're all different looking. Very nice, very nice. Okay, right, so we've got to let that do what it's doing, so we'll probably need to go and grab some more rocks, but we seem to be getting quite a few in here still, so there's quite a lot in there. Probably could do with more carbon, but that's not the end of the world for the moment. Okay, so there is one more thing we need to build, which is the fibre optics. Now, that I can tell you now is going to be a pain in the bum. So we still can't afford one of these. What are we missing? Hull plating. So we still don't have any hull plating. That's because there's none in our drone. So it's actually the materials in our drone that we need. So we need to go in here and we'll click on this. We'll do shift and take half. Shift and click is half of it. And we'll take half of that because these are the components we need to build things with. We'll take this gold as well because we might need it later. Matter printer. There we go. Okay, and what we'll do, we'll tell this one to build fibre optics. Except there's a problem. We don't have any glass fibre. Because glass fibre is made from silica, but it's made by these guys over here. So we've got a bit of a bottleneck there now, because this one's making gold. There probably isn't much gold left, but that's not a problem. This one's making the carbon, and this one is making the titanium. Now we're going to need more titanium because these guys down here are gobbling it up loads. So we're going to want to expand this a bit. And this is why I looked earlier to see if we can take these apart and basically get our materials back for them and redo them. So there's quite a lot of input there still for the titanium ore, which is great. So I'm actually going to build a couple more of those. And I'm going to try and build 2 more just for the titanium. So we can't afford that one either. So what are we missing for that? Hull plating. See there, hull plating again. It's a bottleneck. So again, we'll take half of that. It's stealing it from our final amount up there, which is a bit frustrating, but the more of this we get, the better. Oh, no, we don't want to fight, do we? We press E to get back out of there. We want to build. Production. Smelter. There we go. Right. Okay, so now we've got 3 smelters there. We need to get these all getting on titanium. So we go connect to there, connect to there, and then output goes back to here, and output goes back to here. And they all go through this same factory. So these 3 here are literally just doing titanium. So we need to actually go in there now and select what we want. So we want titanium. Thank you. And then we want more titanium. Now that should just keep feeding titanium into these. There you go. So that's already starting. Excellent. So there's a lot there going in. And they should now start churning out tons more titanium. And these guys here should start building more of what we need. There you go. That's the titanium coming down here now. Excellent. And we still haven't got this one ready yet because we need one of these little factories here to actually start building the glass fibre or the optical fibres from the silica. So how do we do that? What's the best way? Okay, we can probably build one more of those production things there. Smelter. And we can pretty much do the same thing here. So what we can do is turn this around and we'll put it there. And what we'll do is we'll connect that. So we'll connect to the hub there, and then this to the hub. So input and then output, and then we'll set the recipe. And we'll set the recipe as glass fibre. And that should now start getting silicon coming out of here. Hopefully we'll see some blue stuff coming through or going in, if there is any. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Right, that is now going to start building all our recipes. And while it's doing that, we'll go off and collect some more stone. Okay, he's got a little guy who's coming in to attack us, so we have to give him a little zap. We haven't got any defences in our station at the moment. Well, there you go. So, look, he's dropped a little pod. So we can actually go up and pick that up. So if we click on that, he's actually got some hull plating in there. Lovely. And we click move all. That's now ours. A little bit of loot there, which is good. But yeah, we dropped a few of these asteroids, which is a bit frustrating. But never mind, we'll go and collect some more. We just picked up a load of rocks, so we've come back, and now it's telling us our solar generators are out of alignment. So a bit fiddly, but we have to keep going back over here and realigning them. So just need to get this in the right position. There we go, that's one. And this one I think should be about the same. There we go. Not too much of a hassle, but just a little bit fiddly. This doesn't seem to be doing anything. I think maybe we didn't set the connection to it. That'll be why, yeah. So we've got to connect it. That didn't actually do anything. It's not connecting anything. The rest of this is actually finished building. But we will keep building the rest because we're going to need more of this later. And that needs to do 25 of those optics, which shouldn't take long. That seems fairly easy to do. Yeah, so that's going through now. These I can say we will use lots of later, so we'll keep that running. And as I say, we filled this up pretty well. It's got quite a big few chunks of stuff in there. No gold really at the moment. That's not a problem. We're not worrying too much about gold. We've got quite a bit in storage. We have got some damage. I'm just going to go and see where that is. There is a repair button there somewhere. Yeah, I think that's caused some efficiency issues there. There we go. Make sure there's no other damage there. Yes, each one of these has got a little efficiency button underneath it, or a little efficiency bar. And we can turn it up to 100% for those, or we can turn them down if we want. Maybe you want to turn them down to keep power or supply, I don't know, who knows. The power at the moment seems okay. Don't think there's any concerns with that. Hold down control, doesn't really test about too much power. Oh yeah, so usage is... We're using 40 and we're producing 110. That's not too bad, that's good. Okay, so we'll let that run. It's got a couple more of those to go, so I only need 3 more of those little things and we'll get our next achievement. We'll go and grab these rocks while we're waiting. We're now complete, so let's go and click this. Okay, got some new things. Got a fabricator, energy storage, very nice, and an artifact analyzer. So there are things we can find, analyze. New modules and parts now available. Yes, thank you very much. So it'll give us a new list now of things we need to produce. New items, which will come along any time now. But there we go. So nanoplating, reinforced frames, and artificial diamonds. And you guessed it, they are all things that are produced by these guys here, and then spat back out into here. So we've got to keep these 4 guys doing what they're doing, and we've got to produce a couple more fabricators here to do these bits up the top. So we need another 3 of those fabricators, I think. Shouldn't be a problem to do that. We should be able to do those quite easily. Probably what we'll do is pop them on the ends of here somehow. So one there, and one here. And we do all of those. Right, let's go. So we go into this list here. What we want to do, we want to build more fabricators. Sorry, matter printers, I should say. So fabricators are what build these new things. So we want 1, 2, 3 of those. So we can put these up here on a little menu. Ah, right, okay. Before we do that, this is important. Meteor strike is incoming. So what we get sometimes is meteorites flying through the system. They're a bit of a pain in the arse because they fly towards us. So we've got to go and hunt them down and shoot them before they get near us. The problem with that is we're now going into uncharted space. And in uncharted space, there are some bad guys. So we'll get over here. We'll try and avoid them for the moment if we can. We'll go in armed just in case. And we'll see where these things are. As you can see, it's like a fog of war around us at the moment. And it expands. And there's a little pirate base there. And there's more materials out here. There's more pirates. There's a different pirate ship there. These fire homing missiles at us, so we have to be careful. So what we'll do... Oh, did he just get hit by that meteorite? We'll let these meteorites come to us rather than go to them, and then we'll start shooting them as they get nearer. And once they get closer to us, we should hopefully be able to destroy them. Okay, that's one. There's a nice red rock there. We'll grab that in a second. Look at that. Beautiful. Right. Crisis averted. So we're going to grab this rock, and if you look at that, it's got quite some interesting stuff on it. It's a little tiny rock, but it's got some extra bits on it. We'll grab a few more on the way back as well. They do explode if you don't pick them up, though. That's the only thing. So we do want to get it back fairly sharp. Get it home. Oh, yep. Sod off, mate. Let's get these back in here before they go bang. There we go. Right, let's get him destroyed. Thank you very much. Right, you're gone as well. Lovely. So yeah, that's now filling those up as well. That's good. Put a bit more in there. That's going to keep us going for quite a while. Excellent. Right, what do we need? We need some hull plating. So yeah, we've got a little build menu here on the right hand side. So we want to build 3 fabricators, and for that we need plenty of hull plating, which we now have. Basic frames, yes, thank you, and composite, which we've got an absolute stack of. We don't need all of that. Yeah, but that'll be enough there for us. Okay, and also these frames. We don't need all of those, except we do need a couple of those. There we go. So now we can build 3 fabricators. Let's get these put on here. Actually, I wonder if we could put them up there instead. Yeah, let's put them here next to solar panels. Not going to look the tidiest, but it'll look somewhat tidier. Okay, one there, and one there. Excellent. Right. So again, same for these. Connection time. So we need to go connect to there and connect to there. Connect to there, connect to there, and then connect that one to that one. We could connect these directly from factory to factory, but as I say, I like to keep the hub in the center as a central reserve for everything. Oh, we've got 77 of those, that's pretty good. Okay, so the first one of these we're going to pick, we're going to go with nanoplating. Ah, so that needs molecular bonding. Okay, well that needs molecular bonding. They both need molecular bonding. So this one's going to use a lot of hole plating. That's fine. This one's going to use a lot of basic frames, which is fine. And the artificial diamonds we can't build over there, so we're going to have to build them here somewhere. I think it's these guys that build them. Let's have a look and see. Let's check one of these out. So let's go and look on there. Yeah, so molecular bonding's built here. So we need to build another one of these little factories here. So we'll go production, smelter, and we'll put that one there. And then we'll connect it up. So we'll connect this to this and this to this. And nope, connect that one to there and that one to there. Try that again. Now what do we need? Select a recipe, molecular bonding. So that takes the silica. So now we're using silica for this, and we're also using silica for the glass fibre. So that's 2 lots of reasons to use silica now. We've got a stack of it still in there, so you can see we've got at least 733 there. So that's good. That should keep us going quite a while. And in theory, that should now start directing the silica up there, I'm hoping. Is it going to, or have we cancelled the connection to it? Okay, I think we cancelled the connection. Let's try that to there, and that to there again. Is that going to work? Come on, silica. Is that going to cause a problem with that? For some reason it's not working. Interesting. Have we got silica in there? No, we haven't. Okay. Why don't we have silica in there? Interesting. I don't think it's taking the silica. Ah, it is now. Okay, so it wasn't sending the silica through for some reason. So this was getting stuck. The silica was getting kept in there and not going through to the hub. So now it's going through to the hub. It should go through into here. Yes, it is. Which is interesting because this one was getting silica. And it still is. Right, there you go. So you can see those green ones in there. Now that's the that weird stuff, molecular bonding stuff we were looking at. So that's going in there. And that should also now be going up here. So yeah, it's going into this one. That's good. That's filling up there. It's got its input of basic frames and molecular bonding. And that will start spitting these out now. And then this one here, doing the same. Excellent. Good stuff. And then artificial diamonds. Where are we building artificial diamonds, I wonder? Let's see if it's in here somewhere. No. So there must be some other way to build artificial diamonds. How do we do that, I wonder? Alright, let's try here. Artificial diamonds are built with carbon. It's built in a matter printer, which is one of these guys down here. So we do need another one of these after all. Okay. Let's get one of these and a matter printer. Let's pop it on the end of here. Nice and easy. Okay, select a recipe and artificial diamonds. Perfect. Okay, now we'll connect that to the hub because that's getting the carbon. So connect that to there and then connect that back to there. And there we go, we've got a nice little flow. That should be the carbon coming through there, hopefully now. Theoretically, that'll be the carbon. No, that's something else. Where's the carbon? Do we have carbon in there? We should have. Yeah, it's a little slow getting the carbon in. There's not a lot of carbon to bend over, actually. There's none left in there. Okay, we need more carbon in that case. So, let's go get some more asteroids. I bet it should keep it busy for a while. It's got quite a bit in there now. It's 130 carbon. It's not a ton, but it's all we've got for the moment. And everything seems to be running, which is nice. That's the only thing that's not currently, but it has got carbon going into it. It will get there eventually. These guys do what they need to do. This one has no recipe currently. Let's see. You can only build these two anyway, so we'll leave that as the third one just to spare for now. And we'll let it do what it's doing. Right, in here we've got a few bits, which is good. I'm going to take half of them. And I think we'll take a couple of those. So there's something down here I want to go and look at. Now, I believe there's a crashed ship down here. And if I am correct and a crashed ship is down here, let's build that again. Q, power, and energy storage. And energy storage I'm going to put on the end of here, just to keep it out of the way for the moment. I wonder if maybe we need to get ourselves another couple of solar panels as well, perhaps. Yeah, let's. Just in case. Where do we want to put these bad boys? Let's just connect them here for now. I don't think we can use any others there for the moment. Just keeps them all tidy. There we go, 100%, almost 98, that's close enough. There we go, close enough. Right, they should generate some power, that will fill the storage up. Looks like it's doing quite well already. Brilliant. Right, let's go and check this crashed ship out. See what we can find. Okay. Ah, there we go. Right, there's a crashed ship there, and there are some enemies guarding it. So what we need to do is go and kill this guy first. We'll lead him away a little bit and draw him off. Let him shoot his shots that he wants to shoot. Right. Oh, he's left a little container for us. Look at that. Go and grab that. Ah, a small engine. Can't do anything with it at the moment, but it'll be useful for later. Right, we'll get our guns out again because on there's a little turret, a little plasma turret. And these are quite bad. They've got quite powerful shots. And you also throw out 3 at a time. There you go. And they're quite hard to kill. They're quite strong. And what you need to do is make sure you don't run your energy down, because then you're defenseless until you can charge up again. Okay, right. So now we're here. We'll have a closer look at this. We've got a crashed ship. Very much looks like something out of Homeworld, doesn't it? One of those little crashed ships out of Homeworld. And also on here, we've got little containers. So you can go on here, and we've got some extra free stuff. Look at that. Lovely. Good stuff there. Right, on here, we've got a crashed ship. Now, if you've ever played Satisfactory, you know that sometimes you have to unlock these with bits. So we've got hull plating. We'll throw that in there. We've got some of this composite. Now we can unlock it. Oh, look what we've got. We've got some little bits, some loot. So we've got some hull plating back, some nano plating, and we've got a small cargo pod. Small cargo pod generally fitted on simpler starships. Well, I don't know if that's something we can use or not. So there's quite a lot of these around the map. Some of them have ships on that you can open up. Some of them have just ships that you don't need anything to use to open up. And sometimes they're just easy to grab. But they are all usually defended. Some of them are defended better than others. So I don't know if that's related to the loot quality. But it's always worth taking a look just to see. That's why I carry a few extra spare parts on me, just in case. Just take these back while we're going back this way. And what we can do, we can drop these nano plates off in our ship, or in here, because we know we don't need that, we don't need those, we don't want that. Just click all those, get rid of those. We'll keep the rest of this for the moment. Our inventory's getting quite full there, so we'll sort that quickly. So we can build storage as well. And storage is used for obviously storing stuff, surprisingly. This is something also I want to get, an artifact analyzer. We'll get that later though. So I'm going to grab a storage unit. I'm going to put it on the end of this. And the reason for that is I want to take some of the junk out of there that we're not going to use, like that small engine, that there. And we'll grab these because we tend to get a lot of that. And just to make a bit of space in here, grab some of that composite out as well. And I'm going to put it in here because we want to keep some of these spare for later. And also we don't want to run our entire stock down of everything. Actually, I'll grab that as well. What else did we need to build? Something else we wanted to build, wasn't there? What was it? Build. General artifact analyzer. Right, so we need basic frames and hull plating. I'm going to build one of these now. The reason we're going to build this now is that we're going to want to have that available. Oh, it's only 2 of those there. We need more. Alright, we're not getting enough of those. So what we can do, we can build those ourselves. Ourselves. Let's get in here, grab some of those titanium bars that are in there. Thank you. Go to the synthesizer, and we will build. We'll click on this to build continuously, and then we'll synthesize. And that will now let us build our own things in our own inventory. And the reason we want to do that is because we want to build this artifact analyzer. Okay, right, there's our artifact analyzer. We're going to pop it on there. And that now is our research station. So we need tech points. We haven't got tech points yet. But this is for our drone. We can do all sorts of upgrades. So there you go. Less damage from electrical sources. More laser power. More storage. Various things. And then the station one also does things like solar power generation. Better yield from atomizers. That one's quite good. We've got asteroids incoming. And then we've got miner output, which we'll get to that later. So what we can do, actually, we can grab some bits from these ships as well. It's like debris and stuff like that and use it. Right. Kill these two idiots. I'm not sure if you can use them to shoot each other as well, so I think you can hide behind stuff. And I have seen a couple of times they get in the way of their own shots, or their own colleagues' shots anyway, I believe. Let's go and see what they were defending. Why? Okay, what's this in here? Okay, a couple more bits. All right, we'll take all of that. Thank you. And so what we can get on here is this is all titanium. And we can grab all of this and take it all back to our ship. I think that's all of it. There's nothing else we can do with that for now, as far as I'm aware. Right. So we can unlock that, but we need something to unlock it. And at the moment, we haven't got what we need, which is a computer. So until we get that computer, we can't unlock it. So let's go and grab all this again. Excellent. Right, so we'll get these in here. And that'll just turn all that into titanium, which is pretty much one of the main resources we're using. We'll leave him to where he is. Hopefully he's not going to follow us. Let's try it on the map and see. Yeah, so you can see on the map now, it will highlight certain objects, like titanium node. That's a good one. We need to get that one. Gold ore and silica node. So we've got different nodes for different materials. And later on, we can farm those for materials. We don't need to worry about going and collecting our own stuff. Okay, where's that crashed ship? Okay, yeah, so look, there's a ship there. Let's go and get this guy. Start doing some shooting. Shooting and looting on the order of the day. There's a turret there. We need to be careful of that. We don't want to attract that attention while that is attacking us. Right, that's you. Splash one. And let's get this guy out of the way. Yeah, thank you. We'll just dodge you. So you just have to strafe these. They're not too hard to kill. Just take a few shots, and obviously you don't want your lasers to overheat. Okay, so we've got a nice little bounty there. No, there's one there, so that's good. Oh, circuit board, so we'll take all of those. Fantastic. Yep, nanobot stuff. What do we got in there? Yep, junk. And more junk. And then we can open this because we've got the cargo pod and we've got fiber optics. Excellent. Now, let's see what this is. So this is an artifact. Place an artifact into an analyzer to gain vital tech upgrades. So we're going to carry one of these at a time, so we can't pick anything else up while we're doing this because it's just too heavy. So we're going to go home and we're going to throw this in our analyzer. There we go. Right, so we are home. And that's our analyzer. It'll open up for us. We'll drop that in there. And that will take a little while to analyze. It's going to take 5 minutes. Okay, right, let's have a look at our artifact, see what it did. So if we click on this, now we've got one tech point. We can use it. So do we want to use it on our drone to get some extra stuff? So we've got expanded storage, heavier thrusters, so increases the weight of what we can drag. So I basically get more carry stuff. Extra hit points, not too worried about that. We're quite fast and nimble. Insulated coatings, less damage. Don't worry about that. Better laser power or energy storage and recharge speed. Or we can look at the station and we can do a similar thing for that. Better solar power, higher connectors or speed between the modules. Freighter engines. Now, we haven't got freighters. I'm assuming we can get those at some point. 20% yield from atomizers. Basically, we get 20% better energy or better resource management, I guess. Module hit points and resource output from miners. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with the drone carry weight. Okay, we're back. We'll drop that in there. And is it going to let us drop these rocks? We'll drop those in there. Excellent. So we'll let that do its thing. So we are very near. Yes, we're there. Look, we're complete. Right, so we'll complete that. There we go. Station expansion 3. Now we have a miner and a shipyard. This is exactly what we needed. So then, we need to use one of these fabricators now. And we'll change the recipe in this. We need to build circuit boards. So we'll get that going on there. One of the things I've noticed about this is when you change the recipe, it keeps the inventory as what was in there originally. So you have to clear this out or it won't let you change anything. Okay, right. So grab myself some resources here because we want to go and do these builds over here. So we're going to go and find these two asteroids that we wanted. One was silicon, wasn't it? It's gold. silica, and titanium. That's the one we want. Oh, look, we can set a waypoint. Middle mouse button, set a waypoint there. And yes, look at that. Got a waypoint down there. Look at that. Nice and easy to follow. So this asteroid has got silica. No, not silica, titanium. That's what we need. So we're going to build this on here. So we've got enough stuff here to go, where is it? Resources, miner. And we'll pop that down there. But because it's a miner, it also needs a solar station, which is fine. We'll pop that on there. That's all good. And the sun is that way. Excellent. And what we'll also do, because we're a bit smart about it, we'll build an energy storage as well, just to be sure. Now what this is doing, this is literally pumping out titanium ore. And that's it. That's where we get our ore. No more rock hauling for us. That's a mugs game. Right. Production resources, there is miner. Oh, hope we actually stayed in the right place. There we go, that's one. And power, solar generator again. Energy storage again. Saves us coming back and forth all the time. There we go. And now that will do exactly the same as the one we were looking at already. So you can put on storage on these as well, and then feed that directly into the storage. It stops these getting full up. But that's... Actually, can we build it now? I wonder if we can build it now even. General storage unit. Yeah, we can. Just chuck it on there. And what we can do is we go connect this to this, and then everything just goes from here and goes straight in there instead. And there's a lot more space for storage in there. Nice and easy for us. Excellent. And what we do now is we can leave that to do what it's doing. And we don't have to do anything. We just go back to our hub and deposit the stuff that we've got. We'll just throw that in there ourselves. Nice and easy. We've just finished off with our last research, so we've got 2 tech points now. Theoretically, we can now go and open up these ones. Now it's obviously researching that third one we've got as well. So we can increase our carry weight, or we can increase our boost speed. I think we'll give our boost speed a little look at. There we go. Let's see how fast we go now. Oh, hit spacebar, we can go a lot quicker. Wow. And that uses all our energy up. So I guess now we can't do much else. So yeah, it's added a little icon down here now. Press space, we can boost. Excellent. Right, well, I think pretty much we're going to leave it there for the moment. So this game, it's Outworld Station. Yeah, it's on Steam at the moment for free, download the demo. It looks pretty cool, I think. I love the way you can zoom in on all this stuff and see all these bits working. It's doing all the stuff it needs to do. I mean, it's building some ships here. This is not quite done yet. Once this is built, this is just a ship that I think we sell it. I don't think we can actually use it for anything currently. I don't know if it's useful for trading and transporting stuff. Meteors incoming again. But yeah, go try it out. It's great fun. Great fun. Good laugh. Entertaining, amusing. I'm looking forward to seeing it when it's finished. Oh, one thing I did forget to show, so kind of integral to the game really, isn't it, I suppose? So you can actually build a level higher as well. So you don't actually have to build on that same level. You can actually build upwards and then put other stuff on it as well. So yeah, look, pretty cool. Really cool. And then you can build factories up here and it goes like 3-dimensional levels, and then you've got other things you can do with it as well like that. So it's more than just 2 dimensions. More than just a 2-dimensional station. Oh, and there goes our asteroids coming in. Look at that. Pretty cool. But yeah, great game. Pick it up. Enjoy it. Have fun. Otherwise, that's it from me. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of whatever we decide to play. All right. Thanks very much. You take care, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.